What's up, guys? Chancellor T here. I got something that the Holy Spirit gave me a few days ago, and he wants me to share with you guys something he showed me. Basically, it kind of piggybacks off some of my older videos, speaking on the two African Americans in and outside of the church, of course, because the country is divided. A quick tidbit of information the Holy Spirit showed me was, now that the liberal Marxists, they're really Marxists, you can call them Democrats, but they're really communists and Marxists. I'm talking about the higher ups, not every last one of them, of course. But these people are agenda. You know, God sees behind the scenes, so he can tell you what's going on in that room. So he showed me that black people would cause too much of a ruckus if all these new policies that they went to push, they would wake up to the fact that the policies are really geared to eliminate them, as far as, you know, bringing in a bunch of Hispanics. I ain't got nothing against Hispanics, or I ain't got nothing against Arabs. I don't agree with the Muslim ideology, but I ain't got nothing against a Muslim person if they want to practice that, if they was peaceful and don't try to push it on people. But so you're looking at the immigration, big immigration. That's going to, okay, the left, they need votes. So they bringing in numbers to vote for them, because they don't win arguments anymore. They have lost the argument. So it's a numbers game to them. So with those numbers is going to come those people's agendas that they're going to gear at. But they can't focus on those people's agenda and set aside all the people they already been using. Not to say they ain't been using these people all along. Immigrants, predominantly, they vote Democrat. Especially if you're giving them welfare, you're giving them all the free stuff. You're going to go with the person that's handing you out all those things. But this is just a given fact. So let's say African Americans gonna realize they're being pushed out. Not every African American. I'm talking about the people that, you know, that are awake and that are got their eyes open. They're gonna see that they always being pushed aside, and now the liberal plantation, the Marxists, have a new pet to try to cater to brainwash and use to stay in power. So what they do, they gave us the foundation. Everybody's gonna piggyback off your foundation, right? Your plight, your plight of foundation. So you're gonna be the foundation people. So everybody's gonna act like they fighting for you, fighting for your freedoms. I ain't saying people actually really don't care for your freedoms. Some of them really do, and you do got a reason to not say lash out, but I want to say, like, you know, express your frustrations in a conservative manner. But that's something new the Holy Spirit showed me, that they were going to use the African American plight. They basically keeping the African American busy, giving, hey, y'all can be the ones kick off revolutions. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna need y'all plight to launch this thing. That's why you see the gay people grabbing hold of your plight. You see Mexicans, look what y'all did to the poor black people in your country. You hear the same thing. You hear that from the freaking the Muslims that come in. They be talking, I be seeing them on the community ministering to black people, and they be like, They enslaved you. Look how they treated you. But they leave out the fact that they enslaved way more black people, and in worse slavery too, because they was cutting off genitalia, so you didn't multiply or mate with their women, so you didn't infuse with their society. That's why you don't see a remnant, because they cut your genitalia off. Look it up. But you name it, that's what they using. Poor white people. Oh, the poor black people. What you did to them. Man, they vote Democrat. It's a numbers game. It ain't got nothing to do with all these names. Homophobe, all the phobe, obes, and ips, is whatever to call, whatever you want to call somebody, name calling. That's the way that you keep people busy, getting them off into those stupid avenues of name calling, and keep them not focused on really the true thing is that we bringing in a bunch of people that's going to take your jobs, and we're going to bring in a new person that we're going to cater to, and then all them black officials, right, all them African American officials that are in power that they're using right now, they had to pay their dues, they had to push out what they tell them to push out. You're going to look up and they're going to all be Mexican or they're going to be Arab or some type of foreigner, and they're going to be black eventually, because that's what they go, hey, we really don't need y'all vote as much anymore, but y'all still a lot of y'all, so we gonna still keep your vote, so we got to keep y'all at bay. So hey, everybody launch off the black platform and then dive into that thing, go after Donald Trump real hard, make it a race war, get this thing good and divided. And a lot of people are buying right into it. That's the sad part. Now, if God showed me that, God don't lie. You just don't believe me. Maybe you think I don't hear from the Lord. But I guarantee you in the end, you're going to know that it was He who gave us this information. And you're more than welcome not to believe it. But you put the dots, you connect the dots, and you will see that that's exactly what's going on. Chance the team.